It's round 17, so we're going to look at some champion number 17s and some famous round 17 moments, and none better than Jack Dyer, Captain Blood. What an inspiration he was for the Richmond Football Club, and there's a lot of this I haven't seen here of Captain Blood, Jack Dyer. So his record, 222 games, 2 premierships, 5 best and fairest for the Tigers, leading goal kicker twice, and he's a legend in the AFL Hall of Fame. And was he tough, Captain Blood? Jack Dyer left such a legacy that, as we said with Brownie, that in the past, every captain for the Richmond Football Club wore the number 17 jumper. And there he is, teaching goal kicking to KB and another young bloke back at Tigerland one day. But one of the all-time greats, Brownie.
Absolutely, Llordo.
Yeah, so I think, speaking of forwards, we've got the full forward of the number 17 team of the century, Josh Kennedy here. He's a 723-time goal scorer. He's kicked the most amount of goals in the competition, Coleman Medal 2 times, 3-time All-Australian, and the all-time leading goal kicker at West Coast. So if he's not starting full forward for the number 17 team, I don't know who is.
But I think you're giving him a bit too much credit, putting him in the team of the century.
Well, no, the number 17 team of the century.
Oh, sorry.
Number 17 team of the century.
What he was, Llordo, he did all this, but I thought defensively he was really strong. Like the amount of times the rundown tackles and his ability to really impose himself stood out to me as a real highlight in his game. Michael Tucky, I mean, what a career that he had. Amazing demo. When you look at the numbers, but also the amount of reserves footy he played. So 426, of course, held the record for a long time before Boomer overtook him. I guess the thing that stands out is 7 premierships. 7.
And the last of those 7, Kane, he was still captain in 1991 and then never played again.
4-time premiership captain, couple of All-Australians, Hall of Fame, and clearly Hawks team of the century.
I'm not sure if you just said that, but second in the best and fairest, I think, to Lee Matthews about 7 times.
Yeah.
So Lee won it 8 times, and then I think he was second 7 times.
Yeah. So the consistency that he did that with was incredible, and he was that humble that he even forgot the name of his own medal.
To present the medal named in his honour to the player adjudged best on ground in the 2005 Wizard Home Loans Grand Final. Tucky?
Good evening. The winner of the Norm Smith medal is Brendan Favara, or Fam.
It was a Michael Tuck medal.
In round 17, 1995, the great one, Gary Ablett Sr. kicked 100 goals, and he's kicked this goal there at Cardinia Park, and he's missed. But the crowd didn't know that, so they've come charging out there, and the game stopped for a long, long period of time.
Round 17, Llordo.
Round 17, 1995, and then obviously not many moments later, down the other end, he's kicked it. What a player he was. One special. Is he the greatest player? I think he's the most talented player maybe that the game has ever seen.
Yeah, and that was the 3rd time he kicked the 100 at the back end of an extraordinary career where he'd already established himself as a...
300s in his last 4 seasons, so very good going. So let's talk about one of the greats of all time in Ted Whitten at the Bulldogs. And back to 1994, and this man broke the record of Ted Whitten, games record holder. 322 was Doug Hawkins, and what a star he was. Just left foot, right foot, had the wing named after him out at the Western Oval, loved by everybody. When you go around town, you go around anywhere in AFL football, nobody says a bad word about Doug. Every time we call him, he's happy to do an interview, and he was just elite skill. So there was no other player that could kick a football like Doug, left or right. He was brilliant.
Yeah, so we fast forward to 1999. North Melbourne played Essendon, and Llordo's put this highlights package together. You wouldn't have known that Wayne Carey's actually kicked more goals than him on this day. Carey kicked 10, Llordo got 7.
That goal.
Then, unfortunately for the Dark, the goals didn't matter. Essendon won by 4 goals. So would you say you took the chockies, Llordo?
No doubt he took the chockies on the day, but we were the best side in it that year. Unfortunately, we blew up on preliminary final day. It was embarrassing, but just on this day, the Duck, we had Barnard play behind him, we had Wellman play on him, we played players all around him, and he still kicked 10 goals. Absolute freak. But you're right, Angus. I wanted this in to show this guy.
It's amazing how often Lordo's deep dive you feature yourself, Llordo. It is every second week you're in there.
All right, I'll give it a spell.
You've slowed the slow-mo. Come on, Llordo.
I'll put myself on a 2-week ban, mate.
Well, Llordo, another ripping edition of Lordo's deep dive. Well, we're going to go
to cut one off.
Cut one off. Wrapping it up,
I apologise.
We're going to go to 2002 when Gary Ayres
went
back
off for the moment.
and gave it to the team that he actually once coached, and all the way through to a prelim final, Gary Ayres, and grand final. So this was a game when he was coaching Adelaide Crows. You can see the score, you can see that it was at the Cattery, and he was just reminding the Cats supporters supporters that he left them, not the other way around, and they weren't too happy with it. So
It's
great
Reed's
drama.
old man, is it?
Yeah, John.
John Reed.
Yeah,
Giving it to him.
Justin's old
Apologies,
man.
Damo.
Look at Rudy.
Everybody's been cutting you off lately, haven't they? Apologies, Damo.
That's
That was
right,
it was good. Well done.